rewind to 2023, like we won and there was no party.
Yeah, I was just going to ask what that was like.
Well, there was like a party after, but then we got back to New York and there was nothing, like no parade, no anything.
Oh.
It felt like a big letdown. And so to see them like be able to rectify the situation and really celebrate the moment, because winning a championship is hard. So yeah, the whole weekend plus the added bonus knowing that what I experienced versus what they're experiencing and the increase in that it's just so exciting. I'm like, go soccer.
Yeah, go soccer. Go women's soccer.
Hello.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of BFFR. I am here in my living room as we prepare to move apartments, but I'm also repping Gotham and Jaden Shaw. Underdog my ass. I had predicted Washington Spirit to win the game. Obviously regrets, but I'm so happy for everyone at Gotham, especially my dear friend, Carrie. Make sure you're following at BFFR Show on all socials and hit that subscribe button on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, wherever you listen to your podcasts. Joining us today is a very special guest. I just saw her over this very long weekend. She's an Olympic gold medalist, 4-time NWSL champion, 4-time, and the league's all-time leading goal scorer. You know her, you love her. She is Lynn Biyendolo. I just had the best Thanksgiving with my family and our close friends. It was hectic, it was loud, and it was delicious. And I didn't burn anything, so I'm taking that as a win. I needed a win. This week always feels like the calm before the next holiday storm. So I'm giving myself a little breather, a slow week, a cozy week, if you will. I'm treating myself to some cashmere, which is why I'm heading to Macy's. They have so many colors I love. Everything is super soft and easy to dress up or down. I can pair a sweater with jeans for an everyday look, or with tailored pants for my new broadcasting gig, or even with a skirt for the holidays. It's giving everyday luxury without trying too hard. Macy's Friends and Family event is happening now through December 11th, so it's the perfect time to treat yourself. 30% off top brands, 15% off beauty, and 30 to 50% off fine jewelry if you want to make your cashmere moment a little extra. Hey, Lynn.
Hey. How are
you
you?
recovered from the weekend?
No, not even in the slightest. I'm so tired. Really so tired.
Where are you right now?
I am like 40 minutes north of Sacramento at my sister's house. So with her and her 5 kids. And so I went from like tired to like fun, but more tired.
Well, if you can't tell, we're just a couple days out from the NWSL Championship weekend, and I have a good feeling that neither of us drank on this weekend, but it was just still outrageous, and there was so much action. The game, the parties, all the friends, all the people. What was your highlight of the weekend?
Wait, did you not drink?
No.
Oh my gosh.
I had a few sips of a cocktail, but I was working and I wanted to be focused. And I didn't want to be tired, and alcohol like does really bad things to my body. So I was trying to be like, and I was jet lagged from coming from CBS Studios. So I could barely keep my eyes open, but I was determined to power through.
I know it was such a fun weekend. But I the whole time was like, I am exhausted. My favorite part. Oh, I have a couple. One would just be seeing everybody. I feel like, especially since like been pregnant and haven't been traveling, I just obviously haven't seen anybody in a really long time. Um, so seeing everybody was really fun. And then the after party after the championship, it was just I'll tell a quick story. It was so funny. I was exhausted, right? And I'm like, okay, we'll go for a little bit and then I need to go rest because again, I'm tired. Marley, somebody went up to him and was like, "Oh, are we on tonight? Are we drinking?" He was like, "I'm drinking as long as my wife says I can." And so he's like, "I'm on a time crunch."
Sounds
And
like
so
Lucas.
exactly, exactly. And so then he was drinking, and then I was like, "All right, finish that and we'll go home. I'll start saying my goodbyes." And then he comes up to me and he goes, "Can I have one more? I'll drink it really fast." That one really fast drink took an hour, which took us then saying, "Okay, let's go across the street. We'll say hi to Rose and Sonic, congratulate them." We get into their after party and I lose him immediately. He's bopping around to people, just like having the time of his life. That took another hour. So we went to bed at like 1 a.m. and I was like, "Get here, come here right now." But I had so much fun watching him be like a little jumping shrimp.
So I think we were kind of parallel in this because I remember seeing you at the A Touch More party, and Marley and Lucas give off very, very similar energy. We have our like international men here and they're super supportive and super smiley. I think Lucas is a little more shy than Marley, but is very like the same, like, I'm
Yeah.
supporting you. Can I stay a little bit? Like, this is fun. This looks fun. Like, let's go to the Gotham party. Like, they invited us. Let's go. And I'm like, I don't know. I think it's going to be crazy. It's getting late. He's like, please, 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 please. Of course, Carrie is like, you got to come and like, you got to see
Yeah.
Tom and like, come see, blah, blah. So we're exactly the same. I don't know if we were right after you, right before you. So when you go in there, it's just mayhem. And I don't know too many of the girls. I know Lily, I know Sonnet wrote like,
Yeah.
the old characters, but then like we're new friends with Carolyn and
Yeah.
everyone. And like the coach, he just sees us and is like, come up into like the little, not like VIP, but they were up on that little step ledge and they had the table, the couches. Grab Lucas. And so next thing I know, sh- Lucas is drinking a shot. It's filled up. The entire glass is filled up. There's limes and beer and tequila just everywhere. Lily Real is just had been up with the DJ booth, comes down like
Trench.
dripping sweat with the goggles, and we're like, don't stop,
Yeah.
believe. Like it was insane. I'd been standing up since we reported for the broadcast. I got picked up at 11:30 a.m. Finished at 9:30 p.m. And so now this is 11:45 p.m. And I just look around and I was like, man, I miss winning. Like
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
dang,
So fun.
dang. But it was outrageous. And I'm so happy for them. Now, of course, I've been seeing all the parade and just the celebrations. And I know that things will probably change. Maybe they won't, but I feel like right now in this time in women's sports, we are all celebrating each other and like ourselves for being part of this growth. And when you see a team and a championship weekend like this,
Yes.
you can't help but just be so happy and so proud.
I know. Well, I've been talking about that all weekend, how when we first started and like my first championship, there was like 100 people in the stands. And then we we ended up winning and it was like figure out your after party and then you just went back to Western New York and nobody even knew we existed, right? So it was just like this super high to let's like make our own fun. But now like all of the activations around the weekend and even I said this on my podcast with Sam, but obviously, like, I left Gotham, right? And it's not that we left on, like, bad terms, but I did, like, have a little bit of criticism for them, and to see that, like, the way that they have changed things around, it's so positive because that's all you want, right? You just want besides your like, if your personal success, you want, like, the league to continue to grow. You want everybody to be really happy within their team, and then rewind to 2023, like, we won and there was no party, like,
Yeah, I
there
was
was a
just gonna
part
ask what that was
yeah,
like.
well, there was, like, a party after, but then we got back to New York and there was nothing, like, no parade, no anything, and
Oh,
it felt like a big letdown, and so to see them, like, be able to rectify the situation
yeah.
and really celebrate the moment because winning a championship is hard, like,
Yes.
it's really
Especially in
hard.
this league.
Especially in this league, and so I was just really happy for them. I felt excited to be able to go into the Gotham party. I don't know how they felt, but I was to,
I
to
think
be
you were
able
very welcome.
to no, but to be able to go and like really genuinely be
Yeah.
happy and say congratulations. I think it was really nice, and I was able to like obviously see people again that I haven't seen in a while because I haven't been playing. So yeah, the whole weekend plus the added bonus knowing that what I experienced versus what they're experiencing and the increase in that was it's just so exciting. I'm like, go soccer.
Yeah, go soccer. Go women's soccer.
Go women's
Um,
soccer.
women's sports even. Having the stud buds when they
Seriously.
came onto the broadcast, I was like, I don't they said maybe Pino will come. I didn't realize Pino was doing that whole thing, and I was like, I don't know where this is gonna go. It was so funny, and we really yeah. I mean, Kesha, were you still at Just Women's Sports when Kesha came?
No, I didn't make it to that party, but I remember waking up. I woke up and I was like, "What is happening?"
So Duda was my last guest, and I had filmed this with her. It might have been the night before the party, and I people were tired, and we all had these activations, and we were all working. So I knew people were thinking like, oh, I maybe will leave like around 10:30, 10:45. And here I am, not wanting to ruin the surprise, but wanting to kind of say enough so that
People
these
don't leave.
women wouldn't go home and be like,
Yeah.
shoot, I missed my chance to see Kesha perform live in this
Yeah.
tiny venue. So I was going around to Duda, Alyssa Nair. I have no idea who else I was saying. And I was like, if you're a millennial, you won't want to leave before 11 p.m. And they're like, okay, Allie, like, what are you talking about? Like, wait, there's a special guest. I'm like, a performer, an artist. And then sure enough, Duda made her way to the front just in case. And she and Kesha were singing, duetting into the microphone. And the next morning, I was jet lagged. I wake up at 6 a.m. and it said Duda had posted her video of her and Kesha 2 hours earlier. So Duda had been up until 4 a.m. watching and rewatching the videos of her
Shut
and
up.
Kesha.
That is so funny. I know Alyssa Nair said she made her way to the front and like took out her phone, and I was like, I didn't take you to be a Kesha fan, but
Oh, insert
incredible.
videos of Alyssa Nair here because I was right next to her. It was
That's
so
so fun.
funny. Uncle first row at the Kesha concert. Oh my
I was
gosh.
sad. I was sad I missed that, but I also feel like that I made a good decision for myself to go to bed.
Well, you were able to stay up until 1 a.m. On Saturday night, so
Exactly. And I'm still paying for it 3 days later, but it's
yes.
fine.
I have to address your baby bump because obviously I haven't seen it, and you were so cute and you're very stylish, you and Marley. Do you have kind of a vision, or did you have a plan for how you were gonna style the baby bump this weekend?
Oh, no. I feel like this week or last week, it was the first time I really am like, "Oh, I have a bump." Like, I not only feel pregnant, but I'm like, I look pregnant. And so my style was like anything that fits me.
Okay, it was giving Rihanna, I'm not gonna lie, but
Oh, thank you. Well,
yes.
like we had like a Seattle end of year party, and I like went to go put on my like jeans and they don't fit. And literally none of my jeans fit. And the girls were like, "Oh, have you tried like the hair tie method where you just like loop it around?" And I'm like, "No, no, no, guys. They like don't fit on." Um, or I would do that. So my style was like comfy, casual, but also like if my bump is showing a little bit, nothing fits. Like I'm pregnant. What do you guys want me to do?
Well, you looked great, and when I saw you the first time was backstage before the Sports Are Fun live show, and you were in this like really deep, comfy couch, and you were like, "I have to go to the bathroom," and they were kind of explaining where it was, and you like kind of started to like rock to get up, and then you were like, "I'm gonna hold it." And then you just sat back, and I was like, What time is she going on? She's just gonna hold it." You're like,
I know.
Nah, I don't have to go
I'm
that bad."
I'm working on my pelvic floor, okay? Literally, they said, "All right, you're gonna be on in 5 minutes. The bathroom's so far away, and it's, like, through with the public." And I was like, not that I don't love interacting with people, but, like, I rushing, and I can't rush right now because I'm slow moving.
I came up with a little segment here in honor of the first ever NWSL award show, which I thought was
Oh, so
fabulous,
fun. Yes.
and Rose Lavelle finally winning her first championship. So we're going to do
Sure.
a little bit of firsts here to get to know you. Okay.
Okay. This is fun.
So, what was your first nickname? Have you had a nickname?
Burger. Burger. My family calls me that. Lynn
Why?
Burger.
Oh, duh. Okay. I was like,
Um,
hamburger? Do you love hamburger?
no, no, I guess you guys, this is so embarrassing. I was like a colicky baby and they said like Limburger cheese is like a stinky cheese. So now they call me Burger. It's embarrassing, but I answer. Yeah.
Oh my.
And I can't believe I just admitted that.
Okay, I'm going to try not to call you that.
Yeah, please don't.
What was the first jersey you ever owned?
Oh, I think I had a Mia Hamm jersey. Would have been my first jersey.
Do you
Yeah.
still have it? That's collector's item right there.
Um, Honestly, I have no idea because my stuff is scattered between Australia, my mom's house, and my sister's house. So who knows where any of my stuff is? If they haven't thrown it away.
Okay, yeah. Let us know. Let us know.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
ooh, when you first got called up to the national team, who is the first player who intimidated you?
Ooh, okay. I remember going into the meal room and it was like Press, Tobin, Carly, and like Pino were all walking in together. And I just remember like, I don't know if I would call it like intimidation, but it was like this like aura around them that I was like,
Mm-hmm.
holy
I
shit.
can
Like
see that. Yeah.
yeah, like I'm in the same room with them
I'd
and
probably
you
still
like,
feel that way. I'm like, well, there
yeah.
they go.
Hey girls. And so I feel like I was like, okay, like I have watched these women play on TV. They've been on my screens. They've been in my home for so long. And now I get the chance to practice with them.
Wow. Wow. This one's kind of quirky. What is the first food you'd eliminate from Earth if you had the power?
Oh my
Do you
gosh.
hate a
Okay.
food?
The first food I would eliminate, I would like
Stinky burger
vegetables.
cheese? Oh, all vegetables.
Be gone.
Okay. Yep. You and my
Like,
husband.
okay. Okay. Specifically like the squash family.
Oh, rude.
Yeah. I hate them. I hate when you go to like uh a hotel or some kind of like buffet dinner and like the vegetables are like yellow squash, green squash, all the squashes. I'm like, ew, no, thank you. And they're mushy.
So even zucchini.
Yeah, get
How
that
about
out of here.
pumpkin
Out of here. Unless it's in soup form.
pie?
Nah.
Okay. Okay.
Squash it out. Just
Squ-
squash it away. Squash it away.
what was the first thing you bought with your own real big girl soccer money?
Like this is like so practical, but I did buy myself a 2017 Camry and I still have it today.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Yeah. I know, reliable. I didn't even go like crazy. I was like, I'm getting myself a nice car that's gonna last me forever. And yet here we are in 2025 and I still have it.
So she's still moving. She's still
She's she's still moving. Shockingly, I only have like 40,000 miles on her, so she'll be moving for a long time.
wait, what? Do you walk everywhere? What are you?
Okay, well, in North Carolina, I lived literally 5 minutes from the stadium, so I would drive there, drive
Oh,
home, drive there, drive
okay.
home, and then
Okay.
every off season, I go to Australia, so then
Okay.
sits there. I think the most miles I put on it was on her when it was when I was in New York because I lived like an hour away from training, and now, like I don't know what I'm doing. Clearly not enough.
Wow. Yeah, you definitely haven't lived in LA. My goodness.
No, I like to walk. Like no, thank you.
What's the what's the term? So like Australia, US, you can't say bi-coastal. Like what, like how do you say that you live in?
Bicontinental.
Wow. Lynn.
I know. The longest flight ever. The longest
Yeah,
commute.
truly, truly. That's you have flight miles, you don't have gas miles going on here.
Exactly. Exactly. I got a lot of those. Sorry for my
You,
carbon footprint.
yeah, yeah.
Hmm,
Well, yeah, maybe we won't focus on that
we'll
too
cut
much.
that.
Yeah, yeah. Um, okay, you have won 4 championships. 4. Western New York Flash, we share that one. Yeah, didn't have a big party either back in 2011. North Carolina Courage, Gotham. Do you have a favorite of
I know everybody always asks me that, and I
or
don't
least
necessarily have
favorite?
a
Least
I do
memorable, most memorable?
no, each one I feel like is so unique in its own way that it's not like the first one, it's your first one, right? Like, and I feel like in 2016, we had literally no business being at that final, let alone the playoffs. So we just kind of like squeaked in, and then we're like the Bad News Bears beat Portland, which was like the top of the top, and then made it. And it was like in extra time, overtime of extra time, ended up like tying the game and winning in PK. So it was like miracle team. Then the next year, the next one we had, it was like a revenge year because the year before Portland beat us. So then we ended up beating Portland, which was incredible. And then the year after the next year, I think we might have played Portland again. Oh no, no, sorry, we played Chicago. And that was in our home stadium. And it was Chicago had our number all year. And but that year was like we felt I like went into that final being like, oh yeah, we're gonna win. Like we just had like a confidence about us. And then the last one I've won was with Gotham and kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
We like leaked into the playoffs,
Yeah.
like Cinderella run. So I feel like every one, it's like it's so unique in its own way. And also like you you're never guaranteed to make a final. So I try to really like soak up every one and recognize like, yeah, I'm really proud of myself and incredible that I've won 4, but they were never guaranteed. And we as a team had to work really, really hard to get them. So I feel like every one of those seasons is so unique that I'm like, I love them all. I love them all the same. Just
Aw.
I love them all. Like it's like your children. It's like I love you all equally, but like different.
Yes, 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 yes. Well, in 2016, not only did you win the championship, but you were also the MVP. And you also have the most insane. I remember when you broke the record, and I was like, you've just scored 85 more goals than me. Like, it is so impressive. And we're seeing now players are starting
Mhm.
so much younger and they're going to play so long, and just these prolific goal scorers coming into the league, which leads me to Temwa and what she's been able to do as 2-time MVP. I finally had a chance to actually talk to her a little bit at the awards, interviewed her before and after the game, and she was on the live show as well. But as a fellow forward, what impresses you about her, and why do you think she's been able to be so successful and just take this league by storm?
Yeah, well, I have never talked to her, but I've seen interviews. And one, I think that first and foremost, she's like so humble and it seems like she's willing. Yeah, she's willing to just like learn.
Yeah.
And I think that that goes a long way. That doesn't mean you don't have to have like a confidence or like a swagger about you, right? But when you are open to learning and playing in different systems and just growing your game, that really impresses me, especially as somebody who is so dominant already. And then another thing, I just think that she's so, like, quick, right? She has a jump on everybody, but that doesn't always come with, like, soccer or finishing ability,
Right,
and
right.
she has that too. She just, like, has a knack or an eye for goal, and I think that in the combination of the 2, she's just unstoppable. So, like, she's definitely gonna beat my record. Records are meant to be broken. Like, I love watching her. She's incredible. And that's what's I'm so impressed, but I'm so impressed by, like, her humility too. I'm like, "All right, Temwa, you can, like you can you literally can do whatever you want out there. Nobody can stop you anyways."
She was like, "I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I'm so surprised." And I was like, "You're
Okay,
the
well,
only
stop.
one, babe."
Yeah, I know. I'm like, "Start believing."
She's so sweet. Oh my
So
gosh, she's
sweet.
so, so, so sweet. I did have a question about, so we had Claire on. Obviously, Sid has spoken about her experience, Sarah Gordon being moms in this league. When you do announce your pregnancy, is there like a little, I know there's an NWSLPA moms chat group. Like, do you suddenly get the invite to join the chat? Like, is everyone like, come on in? How does it kind of go from, yeah, I'm having a baby to like being part of the crew?
Well, I did, once it was announced, Megan and Tori Huster, who work for the PA, they reached out and were like, "Would you like to be a part of this group?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." Um, and then when I was added, I don't think I realized, like, how many moms there are. There's, like, 30 moms in there, and I was like, "Whoa." Um, so I know the chat really isn't, like, popping off or anything, but
Oh,
it is.
come on.
Well, I feel too new, like, I'm like, a veteran mom needs to, like, start writing things in, but it is nice to have, like, a community that
Yeah.
of people that either have already experienced being, like, more of a veteran mom or, like, somebody who has recently had a baby or is, like, a few months or a few weeks ahead of me. It's nice to just, like, feel like I have a community to talk about the craziness of, like, pregnancy and motherhood, 'cause they don't tell you things, let me tell you.
Yeah. Yeah. I I mean, I didn't even have a baby, but just even doing family planning and like thinking
Yeah,
about having a baby later, like there's just so much that we
so much.
don't know and we're not yeah, there's enough awareness. And that's why I think it is so cool now you moms are so celebrated and it's not just about that, it's also recognizing where other moms in the league where it was when they were there and it's like learning these lessons and continuing to push and even where the league is now like there are still opportunities to make sure there can be even more resources and obviously there's been discussions around the salary cap and there have been changes but I think we would all love to see additional growth in terms of how each club can support their moms and it not be taking away from the salary cap or any other like for me it should be limitless like whatever you need it's not that's not an unfair advantage in my opinion it is
Yeah. Yeah,
support.
I think that we have so far to go still, but if you would have asked me 5 years ago, "Do you wanna have kids and continue to play afterwards?" I would have said, "Absolutely not," and part of that reason is not because I don't want kids, like, I've always wanted to be a mom, it's just that you had to choose, right? And
Yes.
there was no support around moms in the league, and unfortunately, I have watched people have kids and then try to come back, and
Yeah.
it's like a career
Yeah.
ruiner.
Yeah.
And un unfortunately, fortunately, however you wanna look at it, at the time, I wasn't ready to, like, sacrifice my career for kids, and I think that now you don't have to make that sacrifice, and it's so unfortunate that women before have had to. Um and so now it's like the first time we have a CBA where there's actual protection. There's like your contract just can't just be taken away from you. You can't be discriminated against. There's supposed to be support. The league obviously recognizes that as well, but there still does need to be more support going into it. And I know Angel City obviously had got fined for supporting moms. And I just think that the thing about women's sports that is different about men's sports, we have to talk about it, we're not the same, is that we have children. And 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 just saying like, "Oh, yeah, like, your contract won't be taken away," or, "Sure, we'll, like, put a lactation pod in the facility," like, that's sure, that's great, but, like, being able to, like, take your kids on the road and be there, and, like, there's things that we as women have to go through or choose to go through to have families that I feel teams and the league need to support, and one of that is, like, not being a tick to the salary cap. As we as we also continue to talk about retaining high-end players, like, if
Yes. Yes.
it's like a direct reflection or direct, like, impact of that, it's like if you have a mom on your team, "Oh, their baby's taking a part of the salary cap, so now we can't pay X, Y, and
Like
Z," and it's like, that doesn't make sense.
yeah, it really doesn't. So when was the moment that you suddenly thought, I can do this? If 5 years ago you didn't think you could.
I think that I got to, last year, and in my career, I like wanted to make a World Cup team. Obviously, it didn't end exactly how we wanted to, but I was able to do that. I've been to the Olympics, won gold there. I felt like in the NWSL, I had like done all the things that I had like wanted to, ticked off all the boxes. And with the national team, like I still want to play. I'm very competitive, but it wasn't a moment where I felt like I was sacrificing my dreams to have a kid. And I was one, like I said, the CBA was like, okay, we have protections in place. But it was also just like a feeling of like, okay, I'm so ready to be a mom, to feel like this next, I know it's gonna be hard, but like this next chapter of my life of I can do both now. I don't need to sacrifice one or the other. I can just be a mom and be a competitor. And I would love to show my baby that like I was able to do both and my future children be like, that was your mom. And I came back and I was able to play and you were there and you were in the stands.
That's amazing. And it is going to be so, so, so special. If we go a little bit before the pregnancy to your wedding, we had a couple things in common. We worked with the same person for parts of our wedding, and we both got married here in LA, similar time of the year. But one of the most unique things we have in common is that we had someone close to us make our
I
wedding
know.
dresses.
I
Tell me
know.
about your father-in-law making your wedding dress.
Oh my gosh. Well, first of all, when I saw that you had your dress made, I was like, I know exactly how she's feeling. Like
It was
it's so special, right? Okay, so me and Marley have been together since college, so 11 years now. Well, 10, 11 years. We took the scenic route to the wedding. But
same, same, same.
yeah, whatever. Don't rush us. Um, not that I didn't try to rush him, but okay. Getting to the point. To the point. When we were like pretty serious, his family, his mom and his dad, unfortunately his mom has passed away now, but his dad, they owned a dress shop and he was like the tailor for all these dresses. And so I I was like, "Can you please make my wedding dress?" And kinda said it, like, joking, but, like, not joking. And then so fast forward 5 or 6 years, we're engaged, and he was like, do you still want me to make it?" And I was like, "Oh my gosh, absolutely, 100%, yes." And so then we, like, went through this whole process of, like, finding the fabric, getting inspiration pictures. I have, like, his sketches still out, and I wanna, like, put them in a frame, w and so he made my dress, he made Marley's suit, and then we had another wedding in Australia, and he made those my other dress and Marley's other suit, and so both of them are, like, just so near and dear to us that I not that it wasn't exactly what I wanted, because it was, but I was willing to sacrifice something for the sentiment of him making
Yeah,
it and, like,
for
how
sure.
special that but then I saw it and I was like, "Oh, yeah, this is literally
Yeah.
exactly what I wanted." So yeah, I feel like that's so special, and for me, like, our whole family was kind of like a family project, like a community project, and
Mhm.
that to me is, like, what a wedding is. It's like blending 2 families, so to have him do that was, like, really, really
Oh
incredible.
my gosh. I had no
Yeah,
idea he did Marley's suit and obviously your other wedding. I've seen those
yeah.
photos and oh my, the design and the pattern and oh,
Yeah,
wow.
it was so incredible too because, like, at one point, we were, like, running out of fabric, and he figured out a way to, like, continue to make the train, and then the other one, he was, like he incorporated so it's, like, Marley's fabric was in my dress, and my fabric was in his suit, and yeah. But how was you like, did you feel the same?
Yeah, so I asked Maggie because we were teammates in Orlando and she made all these cute little dresses and stuff that she would wear in like the arrival fits. And I found out that she could sew and she had only just learned during COVID. And she started out making like fabric masks and stuff. And then we had two Halloweens where I could not believe the costume. She made this Ariana Grande little cutesy baby doll, that little pink dress. And then she was I can't remember what the name, in the Jetsons, with this kind of big hoop thing. So I knew
Yeah.
she could sew, but I was like, would you want to make the dress for like the reception, like a little cutesy?
Yeah.
Because I had seen her basically make a little cute dress.
Yeah.
And then somehow when we were talking, I don't know if I ever asked that, or when it came out of my mouth, it was like, would you want to make my wedding dress? I'll have to ask her, because all of a sudden it turned into like, would you want to take on this project? And she, of course, was like, if at any point you don't like it, like, and I was the same as you. I like, in the beginning, I was like, of course I will. But it got to a point where like the time we spent together, and just I was going through my injury, and being able to, she lived in the same apartment building, and being able to just pop downstairs when I was going through like the worst time of my life and spend those afternoons with her when we just talk and she'd be measuring and we'd look at designs and all these things. I was like, I don't care at all how this dress comes out. Like, our friendship and this experience means so much to me. And then she made the most beautiful dress. Like, that was so perfect. And it was exactly what I wanted. It was better than what I thought I wanted. And
Perfect.
I didn't even know she could do all these things with lace. And then she was like, did you want a veil? And I was like,
Veil?
but like, you can't make those things. And she was like, yeah, I'll make it. Like, she made a bow for the reception. Like, it was just, yeah, it like, she blew me away. And obviously it was funny at the end, because I we were freezing embryos. And I also was really stressed like right before, because of the house burning down. And so I was like really, really bloated. And so I was so worried. Like, she had spent months and months on this dress, and I didn't know if I'd be able to like fit my belly into it. And so I had like Sid bought like all these Skims and like every type of like squeezing underwear you can imagine, like 5 pairs. And of course, my
Yeah.
bridesmaids, everyone was like, well, I'll wear those. Like, we're all like trying these like Skims on. And it just like, oh, it totally worked out. And I just can't, it's hanging in the closet. Like, it was so, so special. Like, I bawled crying when I like gave her a toast and just thanked her, and like no one could believe it. And yeah, when I saw
No.
your pictures, I was like, oh my gosh, someone else knows how this feels.
It's well, just like it. First of all, your dress was gorgeous. Like, it was incredible. When I found out that she made it, I was like, "Whoa, that's
How?
how." Being able to sew is so underrated. Like, I need to learn. I
Yeah,
want to learn so bad.
same.
Uh, but I just watching how your whole wedding went down, and like so we got married on December 8th, and the fire started the morning of the 10th, I believe. And so, we had left to go to Australia, and we woke up, and then all the fires had started. Obviously, like, I don't live there, but I went to school there, and, like, the community that I
Yeah, yeah. It
went to
was
school was, like,
Pepperdine was like really, it was really close.
yeah, and so, knowing how affected your guys' family was, like, so heart-wrenching for me, but then knowing at the same time that your, like, family and your community came together for you, and then you have, like, a dress on top of that, that it, like, is so special. I can only imagine, like, this, like, mix of emotion of, like, this devastating thing is happening, but at the same time, like, I'm so grateful for all these people in my life that, like, come to support me, and I think that that was, like, the one beautiful thing that I saw come out of that whole situation was, like, the community that just
Yeah.
truly showed up for one another. So, anyways, for long-winded, I was really happy to be able to see you, like, celebrate and have your moment, and then finding
Thank
out that somebody
you.
made your dress, I was like, double whoa.
It was funny that like, in the off seasons, how I guess we'll see it again soon. Everyone has to get married. Like, all the players. So you see like engagements and weddings. Like, you see some engagements in the mid-season break, because people can go on vacation and like see their partners.
Yeah,
And then you see
yeah.
all the weddings happen in the off season. And that one, I think Kelly O'Hara was like, had like 5, was like on the circuit. And it was just, oh my gosh, it's so funny. And
I
you're kind of
know.
asking around when people have theirs, because you don't want your friends to have to choose.
You how many are you going to any weddings this summer?
Not that I know of. No, not yet. Not yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because that I know Alyssa Nair last year was like I was like, "Are you gonna be functioning by the end of the summer?" 'Cause she, like, went to Carrie's, then she came to my like, she flew straight from hers to mine, and then she drove up and went to Tierna's, and then she flew across the country, I think went to her sister's, and then she went to and I was like, "Every weekend you have a wedding. Holy shit." I'm like, "Thank God you're a good friend going to everybody's wedding, but also, like, are you okay? Is your liver okay? When are you gonna rest?" I'm
I know.
nervous for you.
Oh, so my friends, ours are going to be so a lot of my generation of players are retired, so different, not the same
Yeah.
issue, but they, of course, I have my New Zealand teammates, and so there's a wedding next year, one in New Zealand, one in France, and one in Ireland. So I'm like, this is great that now I can start going, but I'm like, man, I gotta start saving, and we're gonna be
Saving, yeah.
traveling, and I have to get a job now. Like, Lynn, this is like, what happened to everyone just smushing them into the off season?
No, no, I feel the same way. I have like a couple of weddings that I need to go to, but also don't know if I can because I am pregnant. And I don't know if I can travel. But my friends are always like, "Okay, we're gonna have a summer wedding," and I'm like, "You guys,
Yeah.
think about me,
Think about
it's
me.
me, it's me." Now they're like, "Okay, Lynn, yeah,
It's
great.
always like, "So do you want me there?" Like, it's like,
Yeah,
"Oh, this
yeah."
birthday, this thing, so do you want me there?"
Like, if you want me there, it's gonna be in December. If not, then yeah, I had a friend, she got married in, like, I think July, like, a couple years ago, and she's like, "You think you will make it?" And I was like, "Absolutely not. Well,
Yeah.
let you know right now, you could just count me out.
Oh my
Probably not."
gosh. And when you do go, my best friend, she got married and I flew right after we played San Diego, flew up the same day. And she would say, like, "This is my best friend, and we played soccer at Stanford together," and, like, "Oh, she plays for Angel City," and people are like, "Oh, wow, like, when when did you last play?" And I'm like, "This morning, like, today," and people are like, "Oh, you still play?" And I'm like, "Yes, I
Yeah.
know I'm old, but I'm still going." Like, just, like,
I'm fine. Don't
hanging
ask
on.
me.
Hanging on. Oh my gosh. Well, before I let you go, I was wondering if you wouldn't mind sharing the story of Biendolo and just your last name and how much it means to you. And you speak so eloquently about like the coming together of families and obviously being someone who people would have your jersey with your last name on it and you've achieved a lot with your last name, how important it was to you to change your last
Yeah.
name to Marley's.
Yeah, I went back and forth about it a lot. Like, should I just change it legally but not on my jersey? Blah 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 blah. And what actually sold it for me was I was having my father-daughter dance and my dad just like was like, "You should change your name on your jersey." And um
At the
obviously
wedding.
started at the wedding. Like I
Oh
obviously
my
started
gosh.
bawling, right? Um and so the Biendolo name, there is only, I think, 2 families in the world with the Biendolo name, and it was like it's like gifted. So in African culture, in the Congo at least, they can like just gift a name instead of like having a name passed down. And so Clotaire, Marley's dad, was gifted his last name, and then he decided to just pass it down to his boys, right? And the name just for me is, like, so special because I can, like, follow our lineage. The name there is, like, a prestigious name, whereas, no offense, but, like, Williams is obviously some like, a slave name somewhere along the way,
Yeah,
and I can't like, I don't know where that came from. I can't really follow the lineage. I don't know, like, what
right.
our family name is,
Yeah,
and I think that, like, for me, having, like, such a gifted name on the back of my jersey, I was like, "Obviously, I'm gonna do this." And then on top of that, with this, like, administration, of that's going on in our country, I've kind of like it was kinda like a F you every time somebody like, I scored a goal and somebody had to announce my name. I was like, "Yeah, we are, like, putting Africans on the map or putting like, kind of taking back things." So that was, like, an added, but yeah, like I just kept going back and forth of like, should I do this? Should I do this? Should I do this? Should I not do this? And then when my dad was like, "You definitely need to do this," I was like, balling,
Oh my
obviously.
gosh.
Yeah, and I think that it's just like the Williams name's gonna live on. It's fine. Like it's always gonna be a part of me, right? Like
Yeah, of
and
course.
now and now I just look at like the Williams jerseys of mine and my old signatures and I'm like, yeah, you have a vintage jersey now.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even think about the signature.
Yeah,
Did you
I changed
I'm
it.
gonna need to see the updated signature. I feel embarrassed. I don't have anything signed by you. I'm gonna have to change that. Yeah, did you practice a little like
Yeah, I
is there a
practiced
big B? Like is there a
oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to like I'll just do it
Yes,
right
yes,
now in
yes,
my like
yes.
in
Show
my
us.
notes.
Show
Okay.
us.
In my notes little app. Oh my
How
gosh,
many
if there's an
tries till you like decided the one you wanted? Like did you know right away how you were gonna write it?
no, there was like a lot. And then I think I like sent a picture like I think I like went through a lot of papers of just like practicing. And I also went through like, is it easy to sign it a lot of times, right? Like, can I
Right.
do this? Can I
Right.
do this a lot?
A lot and
Okay. So
fast.
a lot and fast and not so my old one was this. So lame, probably,
Yep,
but
I've
like
seen that. I've seen that everywhere.
just like squiggle, squiggle, squiggle. Also, Williams is like long, right? And so I was like, we gotta change this because it's long and annoying. And then now, let me do a really good one. Marley's jealous of it. Okay, this was bad. But it's like this, where it's like
Oh,
Lynn
wait,
and
hold
then
on.
the
My thing
B.
is in the way.
Okay.
Yes. Oh, the
So
L
it's like
into
an
the
L.
B.
Yes. So like the L and the B are one. It's obviously better on paper. Duh. But then also kind of like I for the longest time was like doing W and then ILLI into like other words is hard. And then I got Biyendolo and I was like, DOLO is hard. So we got to cut both of those out. So you'll never get a Dolo. You'll just get a BN.
LBN. Okay.
LBN. Yeah, that's my name now. But no,
Oh
that
my
was that.
gosh.
So then I asked people too, like if they have a Williams jersey, I'm like, do you want a Williams signature or do you want a Biyendolo signature? And people
They
are like,
probably
what are
want
you talking?
updated ones now.
I to each
Well,
their own.
yeah. Well, we'll find out when you are coming back and signing all the
Yeah.
jerseys with the LBN.
LBN. Muy bien.
Okay, Len. I'm going to bring you into our best gift ever segment. It's presented by Macy's because you can always shop your faves at Macy's.com. I want to know what is the best baby gift that you have received recently?
The best baby gift I have received recently, which I hear is going to be a big deal, is a breast pump.
Gonna be a
So
big deal, Len.
it's
It's gonna
gonna
be
be
a
a
big
big
deal.
deal. A portable one. No, I've also received like one of those little like cute play things where the baby can like lay
Oh.
on, and it's so cute. And there's like little elephants and giraffes hanging from it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, our house is gonna be so baby and so cute. I'm so excited. So that's been the best gift recently. But I also do love jewelry. So if anybody wants to give me some jewelry.
You heard it here first on BFFR, okay? Lynn, thank you so much. Go rest, relax, recover. I appreciate your time so
Thank
much.
you.
And I can't wait to see you with your bubba and back on the
Yeah.
field. I will do whatever it takes to come in and watch you play a game, whether it's here in LA, in Seattle, wherever it is, because I'm a huge fan and I'm just really,
Thank
really
you.
excited for you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, you can hold the baby while I'm playing.
Okay, I'll do it. I'll do it.
Thank you. And I can't wait to see what
Thank
you're
you.
doing next. I'm like so excited.
Oh my gosh, you aren't sick of me after this weekend? I'm like, oh my God, I
No.
was everywhere.
No, give us more. Give us more.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
All right. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. All right, that's it for this week's episode of BFFR. Thanks again to Lynn for joining the show. Definitely time for us to rest and recover. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you listen. And follow us at BFFR Show on all the socials. I will see you next Monday.